Hey everybody, it's Miguel here from Waveform Tuning, and coming with you guys with another video. This one's going to be about SEGA, my new 2026 Tesla Model Y. I'm going to be doing a SQ build on. So this video is going to be about sound deadening. Long story short, you guys can't see me, my bad. I get a lot of questions constantly of what is considered good sound deadening, why do I go to such extreme limits, and how do I do it? Why, to answer that quickly, is to eliminate resonances and make the ambient, like, car noise, if you will. Sorry guys, just moving out the way. Kind of go down. So what do I mean by ambient noise? So mainly road noise, wind noise, noise that is introduced in a vehicle, engine noise if this one doesn't have an engine. But if you have an engine, all those that when you're driving kind of takes away from the music. And that's when people talk about having a separate street tune or having tone control. They have to raise the bass up 3, 4, 5, 6 dB, playing a DJ on the conductor. There's just no point of doing that. If you just get your car quiet, then you can just drive around with one tune normally, even at 70, 75 miles an hour, and you don't really notice any real change. So this car from the factory was already pretty quiet, but we're taking it to the extreme level. So I am in the middle of a move, so I wasn't able to take a video of the fenders, but the fenders were already done. So I'm not sure if you guys can hear this, but here's what the hood looks like. And that is all 4 fenders have been done. I did make stories on my Facebook page about it, but essentially it's Mega CLD on every single fender, and the wheel well, and then fiber mat 1-inch and 2-inch in every place humanly possible. And then just everything just gets put back like normal, and can't even really tell that anything's there. So that was step 1, and it did make a huge improvement in this vehicle. This car did come with the foam and the Pirellis. Let me see if I can flip this camera around and show you guys. All right, so let me see if I can find it for y'all. There it is. There it is. So that means that these tires have foam inside them to make them quieter on the road. I don't think you can purchase that for non-EV vehicles, but this came with it. And another benefit of this car, besides not having an engine, is that, and I think it's just new to the 2026 Model Y. But let me see, can I focus this for you guys? Every single glass in this vehicle is dual pan, every single one. So as I said, from the factory already is very quiet, but our goal is to go crazy. So right now I'm waiting for my almost 100 sheets of Mega CLD because I used all mine for my fenders. But that should be coming in today. We prepped it. So stripped the entire car, and now we're down to brass tacks, bare bone, metal. There's a lot of space in this vehicle in order to see how quiet we can actually make it. So here we're gonna put 2-inch, 2-inch, 1-inch. I'm gonna try to fit 1-inch everywhere else. If not, we'll do the 1/2 inch. There's part of the electric motors, and those make a lot of noise whenever the back seat isn't in. So we're gonna try to even quiet it down even more. When the back seat is in, you barely notice it, but I tell you guys what, when it's off, Jesus, the loud whine pitch is ridiculous. So what's the point of doing the floors? Once again, not only to quiet the vehicle, but just resonances in general. This car is actually pretty good because it's a battery underneath it, but most cars, the floor is just pinging, and that's a problem because whatever is not being controlled by amplifier, a motor assembly, a spider, essentially is just unwanted resonances. And that is counterintuitive to what we're going for when it comes to full SQ. So the biggest thing you can do in your vehicle to improve sound quality isn't amps, isn't speakers, isn't RCA cables, guys, it isn't speaker wire. It is sound deadening. Sound deaden the crap out of your car. Remove the vehicle from the speakers as much as you can, and you will notice a huge upgrade. When your car is introducing, and essentially every single panel is being a passive radiator, if you will, where they're doing their own thing, it is not going to give you the layering, the depth, the sound stage, and the tonality you're definitely looking for. So that's always my step one. Like, there hasn't been a single thing installed in this car, and there won't be until this car is fully deadened. Next, after this, is going to be the doors. Just haven't had time yet. Like I said, we are in the middle of a move, so the doors might get done shortly after I'm done with the floor and I put it all back together, or it might have to get done later on. But sorry guys, this is all the mess. Typically I'm very organized, but we're moving. So here's my fiber mat. It's one box of it. But here's the back. Same thing. So here's a factory little 8-inch. I had to plug it up. It was ported. It sounded like crap. It sounds better now. But this car did come with a whole bunch of like OEM style MLV. So I'm gonna pull these out and attempt to put 1-inch or 1/2-inch fiber mat underneath it and put this back together. Just to give me that extra little bit. And then here's the tub I was telling everybody about. So this is what it looks like. This is the actual like rubber plastic tub or carpeted tub. Pull that out, just clips. Then you have 4 bolts. Let me see. 4 bolts and then 4 more underneath it. And then this whole tray comes up and then it's IB and it's done. Then you've got to create a baffle and call it a day. But yeah, guys, so it's just a lot of empty space in this vehicle that needs to be fixed and quieted down. The headliner, I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to do that or not. In Breeze CX-90, I did that entire vehicle, and it made such a huge difference. But in this car, the headliner, let me see, I'll show you guys, doesn't really exist. So I don't really know if I'm going to like pull down these, like, I don't know, these are probably like 5 inches. There's probably not a lot of room in there. And honestly, I don't really get too much wind noise, if really any, from up there. So I think that's just kind of counterintuitive. Now, the B pillar, like you see, I already took some of it off. It's gonna be done. C pillar, of course. A pillar, of course, is gonna be removed and deadened. So every single panel that can possibly be deadened, like this, like all of this, you'll see it later on. I'll update everybody. We'll have Mega CLD and fiber mat in every single one of them. I'm also gonna put a whole bunch of butyl. Here is I don't think you guys understand. Hold up. Here's a 2-inch fiber mat. Like, that is thick. So this car is gonna be extremely quiet. And yeah, kind of went off a tangent over there. I do that sometimes, guys. But if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be able to answer them. But yeah, this is just the beginning of the journey. Car's all taken apart. I don't really know exactly. Actually, I do know what's going in this vehicle. I'm just not ready to tell everybody yet because I don't have them in yet. And I don't want to make empty promises until things come in. So once everything comes in, then I'll be able to make a video on everything that's going inside this vehicle. But that's kind of the way this car looks on this side. Perfectly flat dash. I've been thinking about getting a yoke, even though I hate the look of it. But for SQ, it might be beneficial. What do you guys think? Should I get a yoke? Should I be like a ton? Well, he just cut the top of his windshield off. I mean, his steering wheel off. This just comes like that. So yeah, I can get that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know.